Okay, so I hope all of you enjoyed my reaction video to the all-new Bleach 1000 Year Blood War arc trailer. But now we're going to be doing a scene-by-scene breakdown of every single cut within this trailer, as we'll be talking about stuff that's adapted one-to-one from the manga, as well as hints that the anime staff have given us of anime-exclusive scenes. This features anime-exclusive dialogue, as well as battle sequences that were not in the manga. There's quite a bit to go over, as well as a couple of new shots from a 15-second trailer that was uploaded onto Viz Media's official YouTube account. This 15-second trailer features a preview of the first 3 episodes of Core 4, so we get an idea as to just how much content is going to be adapted into the first 3 episodes at least. So the trailer kickstarts with Ichigo stepping into Yhwach's throne room. The first shot is Ichigo's foot here, of course, and then we transition to Ichigo's eye here as we zoom out. His right eye is bloodied after a solid clash with Yhwach. And there's Yhwach sat there on his frozen throne, close-up shot of Yhwach's face. Orihime yelling out too, and we get this amazing shot of Orihime activating her shield to protect Ichigo. So yeah, this shot is taken straight out of the manga, as you can see here. It's been adapted one-to-one as we finally get this scene animated. Then there's a shot of Ichigo looking angry again with his right eye injured as he's looking at Yhwach. This again is straight out of the manga. And there's Ichigo just after he is fired a Getsuga Jujisho into the darkness where Yhwach is. And the first line of the trailer is "I will kill you." This shot here is Ichigo as he's staring into the throne room as he's just climbed the flight of stairs. Again, this scowling expression here, close-up shot of his eyes. Now, we get this line of dialogue from Orihime where she says Kurosaki's heart must surely be. Now, people are confirming that this line by Orihime is in fact an anime original dialogue. And it's the first hint from the trailer that we're getting never before seen content for the very first time. So we then cut to original work general supervision by Tite Kubo. Then there's this line from Yhwach stating "such hubris, Ichigo." You can see just how great the work that the action and visual effects supervisors have done here, with these smoke clouds with Ichigo emerging out of them as he charges in towards Yhwach as he clashes against his darkness. Again, this is all material taken straight out of the manga where Ichigo clashes with Yhwach. And the next dialogue is "to do that would be the same as killing the world." As Yhwach's darkness then charges in towards Ichigo as he cuts through it, as the direction here is so amazing. "Expend all of your power and die, Ichigo." As Ichigo continues charging and he looks so on model and so good here. Then we have this close-up shot of Yhwach's mouth as he says to him, "and die, Ichigo." We get this awesome shot of Ichigo here with his right eye injured, closed and bloodied as the darkness consumes Ichigo, as then we see Bleach 1000 Year Blood War final part. And then yeah, we get to see some of the CG work in Core 4 as we get this wide angle shot of Varavelt with these icy buildings as we go towards the tower where Yhwach is located at the top of. Now, people have been showing a lot of love to the scenes featuring Yoruichi as there are some amazing cuts here. Yoruichi looks really on model, her anatomy here looks incredible. There's clearly people who love her character who are working on these scenes. Yeah, you can see here just how amazing everything looks. It's a privilege, but he's giving me too much credit. And here there's a flash as Yoruichi activates her Raijin Senkai form. We then see some really cool clashes between her and Askin, as there's a solid back and forth as Askin then punches her into the gut. Now the physics here look absolutely incredible. We get this undershot of Yoruichi here as she looks down, as Urahara is then seen to say, "Isn't that right, Yoruichi?" as he's holding up this sign, "When I turn this page, you will transform." This of course is in reference to a God of Thunder transformation. A lot of this is one-to-one adapted from the manga. I mean, Yoruichi's sequences are going to show us once and for all the true peak of Shunpo, Shunko and Hakuda, as Yoruichi literally proves that you do not need a Zanpakuto to be a powerhouse. And again, if you look close enough, you can actually see glimpses of Yoruichi's God of Thunder form here, as she's just blitzed Askin. You've got these amazing visual effects for the electricity too, and then these amazing action frames here, as we get these flashes as Yoruichi's charging across the battlefield. Again, more of these action frames, and yeah, Askin's just getting annihilated. And then from there, we cut to Kenpachi Zaraki. So we hear him say, "Stop with the quibbling," as he charges up into the air, cutting down Gerard. As we cut to this shot where he says, "I just have to go straight to cracking his head open, right?" Now this is another shot that's taken one-to-one from the manga. The anime does a great job of adding these amazing sparking effects onto Kenpachi's Reiatsu, and it's truly doing justice to Kubo's manga artwork. And yeah, we've got the Shikai of Kenpachi's Zanpakuto there, stuff that we've seen previously. Then we get this amazing shot adapted of Hitsugaya and Byakuya. They both say, "Here comes trouble," and this adapts this panel of the manga. And yeah, they've done a great job of converting this into the anime. It looks solid, the characters look on model. We then see Gerard breaking down this ice sculpture of these two spikes and this platform in between them. Yeah, and he's just causing even more devastation as he says, "Don't think you can outwit me." And yeah, he's just fully powering up there. It looks incredible, as this shot looks like he's breaking Hitsugaya's ice away from him. That was some really cool previews of the Gerard fight. And now we cut to the anime exclusive fight sequences between Uryu and Hashward. So Uryu has his Volstagdig activated as he's using his new skill set that we've only seen within the anime. As we get this dialogue from Hashward, who states, "Dealing with traitors is also my job." Uryu is flying through the sky. It seems like he's evading these arrows here that are being fired at him. As we zoom into his face here, it looks like he's holding up quite well, so it seems like this is from the early portions of his fight with Hashward. He has taken a little bit of damage there, as you can see some scuffs on his face. And then we cut to this absolutely incredible shot of Uryu stood there with this black ripped void behind him. Yeah, it looks amazing. So there's some particle effects there on that void. You've got this blue circle around Uryu too. Then we get this close-up shot of Hashward with the Almighty activated in his eyes. Then we see him holding out his sword as he appears to be blocking an attack that's fired at him. Now the Almighty isn't activated yet, as you can see in this sequence. So then the arrows come. It appears to be like 4 arrows fired from Uryu, which he is blocking. As we see even more of Uryu's attacks firing at Hashward, as they all appear to be surrounding him. As then we see the dialogue, "Go ahead and try, if your sword can even reach me." Here he's combining all of his reishi into one giant arrow which he is firing at Hashward. Again, the particle effects look absolutely incredible here. Same with the effects on his wings, on his Volstagdig, and the badge on the left side of his chest. Now, it seems like he's formed somewhat of a reishi cage around Hashward, as the arrows have taken on a bit of a sword-like shape. So a swarm of flechette-shaped holy arrows are able to extend out with this sword-like reishi protrusion, as they appear to be extending out, aiming right at him, as Hashward gets ready to block them with his sword. Now there's something interesting to be noted, is that some strange black stuff seems to be oozing out of Hashward's sword. Again, all of this is anime exclusive content. It seems like Hashward is somehow able to call upon the Reiatsu of Yhwach while he is asleep. So that anime truly is upgrading the Hashward vs Uryu fight. We then get this pan-up shot of Yhwach with him having awakened from his slumber with the Almighty activated, with the sulking absorbed Reiatsu there too, as he tells Ichigo, "Do not give up hope." And yeah, you can see these amazing black effects here, Ichigo charging into Yhwach. This Getsuga Tensho panel again appears to be taken straight out of the manga. Yeah, you can see just how amazing Ichigo's golden Reiatsu looks here with the dark Reiatsu of Yhwach. And then Ichigo's dialogue stating, "What about despair?" Then we cut to this shot of Ichigo here as he's charging towards Yhwach. Yeah, he's swinging his Zanpakuto with the golden Reiatsu coming out of it. Again, he's just swatting away all of Yhwach's black Reiatsu, saying, "I know all about despair. I've overcome it time and time again." He's charging in overhead right at Yhwach. Again, more content that's taken straight out of the manga, but the art direction is absolutely insane. I mean, look at how they've combined the 2D animation with the CG background here, with Yhwach's black Reiatsu just oozing out the effects on it, the amazing lighting on Ichigo as he charges in with his jewel-bladed Zanpakuto. Yeah, then we cut to this final shot of the trailer where Ichigo, again, his right eye is bloodied. As he's cutting down Yhwach from that above angle shot, he looks absolutely incredible here. Yeah, then we get the end of that sequence where Ichigo's from above as he cuts down Yhwach, and the trailer ends with him shouting out "Bankai." Now this is absolutely everything that they are showcasing within this trailer. It seems like they don't want to spoil too much, as they've gone very light in the sequences that they've showcased. Now on the official Viz Media, TikTok and YouTube page, they uploaded a 15-second shorter trailer, which featured about 4 still shots that we hadn't seen in the trailer that I've just broken down. So yeah, let's have a look at this trailer here. Again, Ichigo's just fired the Getsuga Jujisho. Some similar sequences here from the original trailer. Again, Ichigo charging towards Yhwach. Now, this shot of Yoruichi here looking a bit exhausted with these sweat marks is totally new. This shot of Urahara is actually a recreated shot from the first ever 1000 Year Blood War PV trailer. But again, the lighting here is totally different. I'll show you a comparison in a second of how Urahara originally looked when they first drew this. But yeah, this is a totally new shot for the Cour 4 trailer. Again, charging in towards Askin, Yoruichi, Kenpachi, and then yeah, Hitsugaya, Byakuya, Gerard. And then this shot of Uryu is totally new too, as he's firing that huge holy arrow at Hashward. This shot of Hashward looking down at Uryu is new with the Almighty in his eyes. And then yeah, this is stuff we've seen from the trailer, Ichigo swatting away the Black Reiatsu, charging at Yhwach as he cuts down, screaming Bankai, coming July 2026. So yeah, you can see here the comparison between the Cour 4 PV shot of Urahara and the original Bleach 1000 Year Blood War trailer shot for Urahara. So yeah, the lighting is totally green here. This is during his confrontation with Askin. Then compare it to the original shot of Urahara here. The coloring was way more muted in its tone. I definitely prefer the green lighting and the effects of Cour 4. Yeah, seems like the background has been massively changed too. But yeah, for the most part, it's a similar line art, it's just totally different coloring and a background change. For those of you who are missing out on these extra scenes from that 15-second teaser, well, here they are. These are the 4 shots here. That 15-second trailer features scenes from the first 3 episodes of Cour 4. So what does this mean? What can we expect for the first 3 episodes of Cour 4? Well, Ichigo's Bankai is going to be announced, him using the Horn of Salvation will be there, along with Yhwach's Almighty being awakened, Kenpachi vs Gerard, Yoruichi's God of Thunder form, as well as Urahara's Bankai possibly being revealed, and sequences featuring Uryu vs Hashward. Now, if all of this is happening within just the first 3 episodes, what on earth are they going to have left for the final 10 episodes? They only have 25 chapters of manga content to adapt, and it seems like they're already blitzing through quite a lot of material in the first 3 episodes. This hints at a lot of anime original sequences the deeper that we get into Cour 4. The new trailer also featured these new lines of dialogue stating, "I will kill you, Kurosaki's heart must surely be," as Yhwach says, "Such hubris, Ichigo. To do that would be the same as killing the world." So yeah, it is right to assume that this is new dialogue not within the manga that's featured just within the anime trailer. As for the Kenpachi vs Gerard sequences, it seems like they're taken straight from the manga with a lot of one-to-one similarities. As you can see here from this comparison, now easily one of the most impressive things of this PV are the Uryu vs Hashward fight sequences. It does appear to be shaping up to be one of the greatest fights in the series if they can maintain the quality that they've teased. Every second that they've shown from the original PV, from Jump Festa, and then all of the scenes that we've seen today, it really does feel like a solid expansion of the manga, and now we learn that Hashward is using the Dark Reiatsu similar to what Yhwach possesses. This is going to make a lot more sense. Every time we cut back to this fight, Uryu was literally on the floor struggling to breathe. And this shot here of Yhwach is another incredible shot that's adapted straight out of the manga. And thank God it's been adapted so incredibly. It looks absolutely amazing. I mean, look at the swirling eyes of his Almighty activated. Look at the effects of the Dark Reiatsu too. And then this sequence of Ichigo charging towards Yhwach, cutting away the Reiatsu, this is easily one of the greatest shots from the trailer. And this sequence where Yoruichi activates her God of Thunder form while she's attacking Askin showcases just how excellently they are incorporating 3D and 2D animation. I mean, look at the pan there where the camera is turning around and you can see the 3D buildings with the amazing action and effects animation. This really shows you just how leveled up the production of Cour 4 is. From all of the scenes that we've seen in the trailer, the one that has me raising the most questions is this one here, of Uryu in his Volstandig with that ripple behind him, with a hole in that building within Vaharvelt. As you can see the frozen icicles around it, then yeah, what on earth is that void behind Uryu that's just like rippling away? This is going to be incredible because this is Hashward using a form of the Almighty that is a bit more enhanced than what we saw within the manga. So this means that Uryu has the ability to showcase the antithesis here and how it can counter the Almighty. We barely had a chance for this to even happen within the manga, before Yhwach had awoken from his slumber and started fighting Ichigo, and Hashwell then resorted to just using the balance. But yeah, I definitely do want to see Uryu's antithesis versus the almighty wielded by Hashwell, again with this black goo which is oozing out, which can pretty much be confirmed to be Yhwach's black Reiatsu after he's absorbed the Soul King. And yeah, I think for all the gooners out there, the Yoruichi shots are incredible within this trailer. I mean, how can you not love these sequences here? Yeah, she looks totally amazing. I'm glad that they've done justice to her character, and it makes you even more excited to see how her God of Thunder form is going to look like. To sum it up, this trailer was absolutely peak. All of you need to catch up to Bleach before the 1000-year Blood War arc Call 4 premieres in July of 2026. Now, these are all of my thoughts on the latest trailer, which is only a minute long, but we've managed to talk about it for so long. If there's anything that I've forgotten to mention, then let me know by continuing the discussion in the comments. If you're from America, France, Belgium, New Zealand, or Australia, you're able to watch the first 3 episodes of Call 4 before everyone else, because they're going to be previewed in cinemas in your country. So the first 3 episodes will be available to watch at the end of June, so go out, book your cinema tickets. Unfortunately, where I'm from in the UK, it hasn't been announced yet, so do pray for us. I hope you've enjoyed the content that we've uploaded today, breaking down the latest Bleach trailer. Do hit the bell notification and the subscribe button for even more videos just like this, and so that you're the first to know when any new Bleach information is released. Stick around for even more 1000-year Blood War Core 4 content, and lastly, thanks for making it to the end of this one, and I look forward to seeing you in my next Bleach video.
A massive thank you goes out to all of my amazing Patreon supporters for helping to make this video possible. If you also want to support the channel and see your name in the end of my videos, then check out my Patreon, which has loads of perks like early video access and so much more. Thank you for sticking around till the end of the video, and whatever you contribute will mean a lot to me.